Welcome to another COVID at home workout. I'll try and keep this to around 20 minutes, maybe a little more. Today we're going to focus on hamstrings, bum, arms, and as always a little bit of abs. I'd like you to have the ability to put your feet up against a wall, and if you have a light set of weights, that would be ideal. Hopefully the bottoms of your feet are clean, because if they're not, you're going to make a mark on your wall. So we're going to get right into it, no warm up. I want you to lie down on your mat, and your feet will be placed so that your toes are slightly above the knee, and your legs will be in a 90-degree bend. Sugar your shoulder blades together, put equal pressure through your foot, and just bridge up, just into a nice long shoulder bridge. Deeply pelvic tilt and pull your spine back down to the mat. Focus on your back muscles and bum muscles doing the lifting. Your hamstrings are active, but I don't want you to think too much about it because sometimes that brings on an automatic cramp. So 2 more up. And down. And I meant to grab my weights, which are now behind me. Last one. And come down. Good. On the next one, when you come up, I want you just to think of putting energy into your right leg and then into your left. So it's not anything that you're going to be able to see me do, and it's not anything that anybody walking by you could see you do, but you're going to be engaging that glute and engaging that hamstring inside of the back. Now let's add our arms. If we're pressing into the left, we're going to lift our right arm. Press in, so it's kind of like walking. Whatever arm is coming above your head, that's the leg in which you're pushing. So you're trying to make a foot imprint into the wall with your foot. All 4 corners of the foot are on. You are working your back muscles here, so that's a bonus, even though I'm sure you're focusing right now more on your hamstring and legs. Let's do 2 more full sets. Keeping the arm close to the body. Last full set. Good. Both weights come down, equal pressure through the feet, and articulate your spine all the way down. Once it gets all the way down, you should feel like you just want to go like this. So that's what I'm going to do. Take your feet back up, 6 inches apart for the feet, knees, and that's the alignment of the hip. On the next one, I want you to lift up, take the weights over your sternum, and we're going to do 8 sets of just nice hug the trees, resisting the weight going down. You have equal pressure through your feet. You should feel as if each side of your back and each glute, each hamstring, each calf is working equally, not favoring one side or the other right now. 3 more. I will say tomorrow, if your back aches, it's not because you hurt your back. We are working back muscles. So just like when your abs, good, articulate down 1 vertebrae at a time. Everyone loves it when their abs are sore. Then they think they hurt themselves when their back gets sore. On the next one, we're going to open up 1 arm at a time. The other arm stays reaching up towards the ceiling. So press again evenly into the feet. Peel the spine off. Open up the right arm, just shy of touching the floor. Open up the left. Now notice how you don't even have to think about it. When I'm opening up the right, automatically the right side of my hamstring, butt, back kind of engages just to stabilize. So you can add a little effort there and push the foot into the wall of the weight that's moving. That's going to help to stabilize your hips and make sure that your hips and knees don't want to sway with the movement of the weight. 2 more sets. I'm pushing right as the right arm goes out. I'm pushing left as the left arm goes out. 1 more set. Open. Open. Both arms are up. Articulate all the way down. And again, you're going to want to feel like you can do this. So I'll let you do that. Place the weights down and place your feet a little farther up so they are long. From here, arms are up. Flatten the space between your back and the mat. Come up and then come down. Don't come all the way up, it's not a roll up. Just reaching and down. Pull the belly in and up. 3 more. Get a couple sit-ups out of the way. 2, 1. Hands behind your head. As you crunch up, I want your left leg up and back down, right leg up. As your leg lifts and your head lifts, you should be able to get your back flush with the mat. So there should be no pockets of air from your lordosis curve underneath your back. Pull your belly in to get the lift of the head and the legs. Little head start on the legs because they're lifted. 1 more. Up and up. Both knees into the chest, hands behind the thighs, and sit up. We're going to do just a quick arm series here. I have 3-pound weights. I'm going to do them as I begin with 1 in each hand. I'm going to then double them over. If you have 5-pound weights, get them close to you now, because when we go to one arm, you might want 5-pound weights. So the first is palms together, elbows down. Just reach up, up. 8 altogether. 7. Little fast pace. 6. Shoulders remain down the back. 3, 2, 1. Now, both weights in one hand, or switch to your 5-pound or heavier weight. Same thing, but one arm. So up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more for 10. Stick with me. Go down to a lighter weight if it gets difficult. Now, another set of 10, up, down, but then cross over, back. Up, down, over, back. 8 more. Strong deltoid, strong shoulder. 5, over, 4, 3, 2, 1, and over. Put the weight or weights down, cross the arm over that was just working. Again, that should feel kind of yummy. And then let's switch to the other side. So both weights or just your heavier weight, and just straight up, palm is facing the center line of the body, elbow drops straight down. It's easy to start to wing the elbow out here. Try not to do that. 4 more here. 3, 2, 1. Now 10 all together. Up, down, cross over, and back. 2, 3. This is hard for me on my left side. 4, because I'm right dominant. 5, 6. 3 more. 2, 1. Very good. Put the weights in front of you just for a moment, just so you can cross over. Give yourself another shoulder stretch. And then lace your hands behind your back. Pull your shoulder blades together and open up your collarbone. And then just kind of lift your chest as if your sternum wants to peek up to the ceiling. Don't cram back into your neck, but just a little bit of release to the front part of the chest. On the next one, I want your arm pretty long. It's not going to be hyperextended, but a little bit long. And I want you to lift the weights right in front of your shoulders, just at shoulder level. And let's situate our spine now. So we're tall, shoulders relax, head stays lifted so chin is parallel to the floor. From here, just a little walking motion with the arms. So just kind of up, down, only to about chin or shoulder level. So we're not going to lift it all the way up. Let's do 5 more sets. 4, deltoids are getting a little attention today. 3, 2, and 1. Little break. Second set, we're going to hold it out there for 20 to 30 seconds like we did before, but then come into a different motion. So holding it out there, I'm just gonna kind of chat it up, say that here in South Florida it's a beautiful day, just waiting for the time to pass while we hold this steady. Good time to think about form. Your neck might want to take over, you might want to start shrugging, but just say nay to that. You might want to start collapsing in your posture, say nay to that, sit tall. Now we're going to do some crisscrosses, keeping at this level. So 1, squeeze it to the chest, 2, 3, 7 more, 7, 6, 5, with control, 4, no flinging, 3, 2, and 1. Place the weights down, say a swear word, cross it over. For those of you who went crazy and chose heavier weights, by now you might be regretting that. So feel free to switch to a lower weight, or no weights, just keep your hands up. 1 more set of that, so just holding it there. I should probably give you something to do with your legs while we're here so it can distract you from the discomfort through your shoulders. This is not only important for to look good in the nice little summer t-shirts, but it's also important because it's basically one of the biggest muscles in the rotator cuff groupings. Okay, from here we're going to go up and down with our crisscross. So crisscross, moving down, that should be happier. Up, up, up. Light grip on the weights, we don't want to death grip it. Only 7 more. Oh, squeeze into the chest, in, make the effort in. Ah, I'm dying, are you? Little sweat forming, 3 more sets, you can do it, keep up. 2 more. Ah, last one, give it to me, let's go. Very good, drop it down. I know all the people who are weightlifters out there think that I'm such a wuss, and I will take that crown with glory. My goal in Pilates is to be long, lean, and movable, not bulky, so I'm okay with being a little bit of a wuss. All right, on the next one, it's a nice opportunity to stretch the plantar tendon in the foot, but it's very heavy hamstring. As with all cramping, if you start to cramp in your hamstrings, come out of it. Now, I have very tight Achilles. Hopefully you can curl your toes under and touch your heel to the wall. I can't do that, so I'm just gonna do my best. All I want you to do is maintain the alignment of your ear, shoulder, hips to knees, which means we're not gonna stick our bum out, and just lean away from the wall, and then lean back. You might want to have a pillow or something underneath your knees. Also, that means I'm regretting that I didn't put a pillow underneath my knees because this kind of hurts bone to bone. Lean forward and back, forward and back. And I actually think I am going to double my mat over here because I'm hoping that with that additional padding that I'll be able to get a little more range of motion. I was right, yay. So you should lean forward until you feel like you're pressing into your feet to stop you from face planting. So press your arms back for a little tricep. You can use the weights for that if you want. Open up the collarbone, draw the shoulder blades together. And shoulder blades should be gathered like material. We're not pinching into our shoulder blades. We're just letting them meet, letting them say hello. So lean as far forward as you can until you feel like you're gonna lose it. That point of challenge where you have to find that strength and stability. Let's do 5 more. Belly's in and up, we're not popping through the ribs. 4 more. 3, 2, can you do it without cramping? Oh, a little more, press yourself, challenge yourself, and 1. Good, for this next one, I'm gonna tuck my shirt in because I don't want my shirt coming up. My feet will begin where they are. I'm gonna take my hands on the floor, right in line with my shoulder, and walk out, kind of like a cat stretching in the morning, give myself a nice big stretch. From there, I'm going to press energy into my feet and just hike up. Let your foot conform to the wall. Now, here's the dirty foot part. Can you walk up your wall and flatten into a plank? Holding this is work enough. So let's just hold it. Look at your hands so you don't down dog your head. Hopefully your feet are at the same level. Hard to peek. Let's do 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step down one step and take one foot between your feet. I have long legs, it's hard for me. With balance and control, come up. This is an exercise we do on the chair. Hands return to the floor or the mat. Lift up the other leg, draw it between the feet. Lots of energy into that foot. A little shaky. And come up. Remove that other foot and come down. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. I'm not sure that you could. Okay, for the last exercise, we're going to do a little bit of the side kick series. And it's standing into the wall. The bottom foot will completely conform with the baseboard. And it's slightly in front of your body, so you're hinged a little at the hips. Come down and rest your head in your hand. Hips stay stacked. Top leg forward, and then even more forward, back, and even more back. I have a wall back there, so I'm a little bit limited. Hopefully you chose a better wall than I did. I, however, had to choose a wall that had decent lighting so that I didn't end up being a dark shadow on the camera. One more forward and back. We're just going to do a quick set of these. Legs are stacked, 6 all together. So up, down. The bottom heel should not only be pressing down on the floor, but pressing into the baseboard. I'm not doing the correct series today, but we're just going through it quickly. Upper body's quiet. Circles now. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inner thighs, because we're going to come to a little something different now. Inner thigh lifts and lowers, and we should be in line with the hip now. So I'm going to just skirt myself or scoot myself a little bit away. 2 more. Last one. Now drop your elbow, scoot a little bit closer to the wall until your bottom leg can be somewhat lifted on the wall. From there, put energy into the top leg and come up. Raise up. What's working here are your shoulders, legs, basically everything. Make sure that your bottom shoulder is directly above the elbow. You don't want to collapse in. And just float down with grace and control. I'm going to turn around and hopefully be able to use this wall for the same one. Bottom foot is connected. Top leg forward and back. Oops, and now I'm going to touch the big mirror. Again, I can't go all the way back. Come forward and then go more forward, back. 2 more. Keeping it at hip level. I'm a little bit restrained here by the positions of the wall, so I'm doing my best. Good, now up, down. Keeping the hips stacked. Pressing the heel of the bottom leg, so for me that's my right. Not only down onto the floor, but into the baseboard. Makes it a lot more difficult. Good, now circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top leg comes forward. Inner thigh lifts. And we're going to come a little bit, I'm going to move my mat so I have some padding, a little bit closer to the wall now so that the bottom leg can be up on the wall. Put energy into the top leg and lift up. My head is literally clunking into this wall. I hope you found a better spot. So just hold that there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we float down with control. Thanks for joining me today.